Good morning, welcome back to day 12 of YULE-O-WEEN. I'm very excited to be starting Good Spirits by B.K. Borison in this video. And normally I don't like sprayed or stenciled edges, especially on paperbacks, but I think this is very festive and I hope that it's good. I really loved First Time Caller by this author, so we'll see how it goes. Love Light Farms was kind of a little bit of a flop. We are doing some crocheting in this video. We are doing it. I need to make myself a scarf or some kind of something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. For the scarf, I don't need a pattern, but if I want to do any sort of like hood, I'm gonna have to find one. But that is not your problem to deal with, that is mine. Otherwise, we're reading Good Spirits. I do also have the audiobook from Libro.fm because I'm part of their like librarian ALC program. And yeah, I'm really excited. I've bought this a couple months ago, planning on doing this around the holidays. So finally get to read this. I hope I didn't hype it up too much in my head. Alright, I'm sorry if you can hear my neighbor's dogs. I made it to chapter 7 of Good Spirits, and I wanted to give you some of my first impressions. I was a little bit scared at first because when I first started this book, it felt like very cheesy. It was cute at the beginning. Let me see if I can find it. The first chapter, it said, "On the first day of December, the universe gave to me," and then it repeated that in different paragraphs throughout the first chapter, and I'm like, is the author gonna do this the whole time? I'm like, because I can't deal with that. But no, that slowed down. Another thing that has nothing to do with the book itself, but this is like an incredibly amazing floppy book. Like, the best part of it is the floppiness. Nolan has showed up. He is the ghost of Christmas past. We're starting to get a little bit more into Nolan and Harriet's backstories, and she runs an antique shop in her little town. Nolan is the ghost of Christmas past, and he's been a ghost for 100 years. He's kind of stuck in the bureaucracy of being a ghost of Christmas past. It's kind of just like being in a corporation. They both can't really figure out so far why she is who he's haunting. He was talking about examples of people that he's haunted in the past, and like one of them was someone who like raised his tenants' rent like over and over again. Another one like stalked somebody, and she's like, well, I didn't do any of that stuff, so why am I being haunted? I don't get it. Which we definitely still have not figured out. It's definitely more Christmassy, like it has more of a holiday feeling than Love Light Farms did. That was like one of the big problems that I had with Love Light Farms, and I didn't even think about the fact that I didn't super love Love Light Farms. It was just okay. I think I gave it like a 3.5, and this is the same author writing another Christmas book. I realized that as I started this book, I'm like, oh, is this gonna also not be good or just be mid because it's by B.K. Borison? But I really think that she's grown as an author so far. I don't want to say for sure. I will let you know by the end of this book. It's following the trajectory of like First Time Caller with the enjoyment that I get out of it, and I've really been flying through this so far. Most of my day has been spent editing and playing games, so this 20% that I've gotten through has pretty much been in like the last 45 minutes, half an hour. So I'm definitely flying through this book a little bit. I think I want to finish this tomorrow. And I did say in my last video that the last 2 videos were going to be vlogs. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the video that's going to go up tomorrow, which is this video, where I hopefully finish this book, that is going to be a vlog where we're reading this book, we're finishing it. It's Christmas Eve. I don't do a lot Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Like, I'll spend time with my family, but there's nothing really exciting. And I have like nieces and nephews that I don't want to show their faces, so I'm not really going to have much footage of that. It's mostly just going to be like me enjoying reading and having some time off. So I'm sorry if you're sad that you're only getting one vlog. I'll probably do some sort of sit down video wrap up of YULE-O-WEEN. I'm not sure yet, but this is the vlog that's going to be going up, and then you'll still have one more video on Christmas, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. It feels really good to read because it is so floppy. Matt's coming home with some pizza that he got for free at work, which free dinner I'm always happy about. And I'm probably going to be doing some more reading. I'm also watching BookTube right now. Let's see if the book continues to be good. Okay, so I am, according to Storygraph, about 40% of the way through Good Spirits, and so far I'm really liking it. As far as Christmas books go, one of my complaints with Love Light Farms was that it didn't feel Christmassy enough or like have a holiday vibe, and our main character, Harriet, she very much leans into holiday stuff. She has like a bunch of different pajamas that are holiday themed. And I keep thinking that Nolan is like pink, but I think he's just like tan and the coloring is just like very pink on the front. I'm like, is this like a fully pink, like candy cane pink man? But I don't think he is. And it's just been really, really interesting. I like that there's a storyline other than just like their love story. It's not just like full on honeymoon phase. They have to figure something out together, and having that kind of like mystery to solve about both of their lives, I think adds to the story a lot and keeps me from being fatigued with just only the romance, which is, it's there, it's more like sprinkled in naturally. It's still very much romance forward, but my favorite romantic comedies or romance books are ones that have like a fully realized plot other than just like we want to kiss each other, if that makes any sense. I just wanted to give you that quick update. It's probably gonna be the last one I make tonight. I'm hoping I can finish this or get through a good amount of it before we go over to Matt's parents tomorrow. But either way, I will see you guys tomorrow and let you know how it's going. Okay, so my plan was I was going to do my nails with you and do like a voiceover and talk a little bit about Good Spirits as I do that because I need to get ready. But I can't find the nail polish unless it's in this bag. No nail polish. So instead I'm going to do my makeup, and I'm going to do my makeup and talk about Good Spirits. Just chat. I am almost 70% of the way through, and I'm using you guys as a mirror. I've been reading it, and I really like the pacing of this book. I think that it feels pretty realistic. It's still quick. They're like, he's only supposed to be there for the month of December, so he's supposed to be handing her off another ghost of Christmas, like the ghost of Christmas present, but they're still hanging out. And obviously this is a romance book, so they don't want to part from each other. But there's only a couple things so far that have bothered me like at all, and these are like tiny things. The first one is that, okay, so it says that she has like unruly blonde curls. You can't tell right now because my hair is pretty short, but I have very thick curly hair, and I hate when like they talk about how like thick her hair is and how much hair she has, and then this is the cover. These are like beach wave Utah curls, which really bothers me. Like, if you're gonna make someone have curly hair as a character, then I want it to be properly represented. Like, say it with your chest, you know? So as a curly girl, I'm not gonna put that on, it's gonna break me out. As a curly girl, it bothers me when like they're like, oh, she has like very curly hair, and then it's like clearly looks like she curled it with a curling iron, which in the book she explicitly says she does not use a curling iron, and like she doesn't usually straighten her hair. So I don't understand why they decided to do that. If I was the author, I would have gone back to the artist, which it's beautiful. The cover is beautiful. I would have gone back to the artist and been like, hey, you know, she's got like really, really curly hair. Can we like show that a little bit more? That's just me. Otherwise, I think that this book is just beautiful. I didn't mention it, but I showed it. The end pages, they're just gorgeous. And normally for a paperback, I wouldn't think that would be necessary. I don't love sprayed or stenciled edges or like fancy stuff on a paperback. I get paperback books because, well, they used to be cheaper. But also like, I know they're probably going to get beat up. I'm going to probably have it in my bag, just rattling around. And I don't care really what they look like as long as I can read the book, if that makes sense. But this one, because it's like a holiday book, I think it works and it's really cute. It has nothing to do with the content of the book at all, but I just figured I'd mention that because it makes me feel very festive and it makes me happy. So I am a design student, so I do actually like that design for this. Mirror. I can't find anything. There's my mirror, but now I can't find, okay. So also don't look at how dirty my mirror is. This is gonna be so chaotic. I probably should have put concealer on first. So the storyline itself, like I said, I think that it's paced pretty well. I think as far as holiday books go, it's probably the least cheesy so far that I've read during YULE-O-WEEN. I'm really happy that I picked it up. I was a little bit worried going into it, especially because I've seen it just everywhere. Like every bookish creator is reading this book. I have purposely been avoiding any sort of vlogs or wrap-ups or anything with it in it because I don't want to be influenced at all. I know I'm like a really small creator and very few people are probably going to see my video over like Carrie Can Read or someone else, but I've been purposely avoiding content that I would normally watch because I don't want to be influenced about this book, because it's kind of like the finale of my books that I'm reading for this. It's not really a vlogathon because I'm doing stuff other than vlogging, but I just wanted to go into it with my own opinions. I've been doing that a lot more lately. I want to do a video on, I think I probably did this last year or the year before, which most of my videos from then are deleted, but I did a video on like my New Year's resolutions for books, which I might do. I might just put it into a vlog. I've been really enjoying just interspersing that type of thing within my vlogs. I think that's kind of fun to do. If you have ADHD like me, it's nice to like kind of break it up once in a while and like do something a little bit different in a video and then go back to like the original point of the video, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm yapping at this point. Don't know how much reading I'm gonna get done before we leave. We're gonna get there at 1. It takes about a half an hour to get to Matt's parents' house. I don't usually have people watching me as I do my makeup, and my skin is so dry. I wish I could go back to my 20s and tell myself how lucky I was. My point being, I don't really know what my point was. I like the book. More stuff is happening. It's steadily getting more and more intriguing, and I think that B.K. Borison has really honed in on how to compose a story and how to structure it. I think a lot of authors, even ones that have been around for a while, probably struggle with that. I've noticed it in a lot of books, and I think that she's kind of hit her stride a little bit, because I really liked First Time Caller and I really liked this, and I think those are her 2 most recent books. Well, I say I liked this. I'm still reading it. It could go completely downhill. I don't think it will, but while we're talking, if you're new or you've been watching me for a while, which thank you so much if you're a regular viewer, or even if is your first time and you're interested in watching me more, I really, really appreciate it. Let me know what you want to see, because I really enjoyed doing the like reading 1-star reviews of my favorite books. I like doing those challenge type things, and I don't know if those are popular anymore, but I also don't really care because it's what I enjoy doing. And yeah, just let me know what you think I should do. If there's any like fun challenges or any books you want me to read, maybe I'll read some bad books purposely to give you my opinion on them. I don't usually wear makeup very often, so I feel like a poser doing this, but I wanted to look cute today. I'll like put on mascara and concealer for a video, but I used to be super into makeup and I'm just not as much anymore. Certain makeups will trigger my migraines and it's just not fair. Oh, don't know what I just did there. It's not fair because I used to be able to just wear whatever makeup, whatever palette I wanted, and now I have to spend $10, $12 on something that I use 2 colors out of, and it doesn't even work that well. Or I have to be okay with having a migraine, which I'm not. I did find a mascara, Lash Blast Clean by CoverGirl, that doesn't give me a migraine, which is pretty great, and I didn't know if I would find one. The only other issue that I have, and I mean, it is what it is. She's a white author. She's probably heterosexual, so she's going to write white heterosexual couples, but it feels very run-of-the-mill, very heteronormative stories. That's just one person's opinion. I'm gonna end up looking like a clown. And I don't have any cute colors because they make me ill. I don't even know what I'm gonna wear today. This is probably gonna make me sick, but I'm using like my 5-year-old soft glam palette. It's cute though. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. The other thing I really like about Harriet is, this is so chaotic, I'm sorry. The other thing I really like about Harriet is like she's real quirky and I don't feel like it feels forced. Like she wears these fun clothes and is really into holidays and stuff, and I feel like a camaraderie with her because of that. I think it's really cute because my favorite holiday is Halloween. I got married on Halloween, but I love, like, especially during Christmas time, like December, early January, like during the holidays. That's when usually when my seasonal depression starts. So kind of like having a little bit of fun and enjoying the holiday really kind of helps me with like my serotonin and dopamine levels, if that makes any sense. Like her, I like to lean into that stuff. These are so not even. But hooded eyes and doing makeup, like eye makeup, is not easy. Oh my god. Oh my god. My mascara just flew across the room. Tell me the truth, guys. Does this look bad? I also don't know how to do proper contour or anything like that. It is what it is. I can't believe I've been doing this for 15 minutes. Oh my god. I'm probably gonna have to cut most of this out. I think all that's left are the lips. And my hair is just gonna continue looking like I should be in Gilmore Girls in the first season. I look like a boy, like a 90s, early 2000s boy. And I'm just gonna have to be okay with that because my hair is growing out. But yeah, that was kind of like a half-baked get ready with me and an update to Good Spirits. I'll give you a better one once I've finished. Yeah, that's all I have for now. I'll probably show you a little bit of our get together, but it's mostly just probably gonna be any food, gifts, I don't know. But yeah, I'll check in very soon. All right, friends, we have reached the end of this vlog because I did finish Good Spirits by BK Borison, and I am so happy to say that I really ended up enjoying this. I think that other than the couple like little things that I mentioned earlier, I think the pacing was good. I think the spice was the right amount. I don't love a book that has like ridiculous amount where you're like, okay, do we need 4 of these scenes? It was good. It built slowly. I think that the romance felt believable, even though this is the ghost of Christmas past and, you know, a woman who runs an antique shop. I think it ended up being really cute and really fun and perfect for the holiday. There was like one little like monologue towards the end that felt like very Hallmark movie Christmassy cheesy, which I just think sometimes BK Borison can't help herself. But overall I still really enjoyed it. There was only a couple like little cheesy moments. Whereas like I enjoy The Nightmare Before Christmas, it had so much more cheesy moments. This one was fun without being overly cheesy, surprisingly, because, you know, it is a romance about the ghost of Christmas past. They also mention the Muppet Christmas Carol, which is the superior Christmas Carol movie, which I love. And I just overall really liked it. Quick, easy read. I finished it on Christmas Eve, which I feel like is perfect timing. And yeah, floppy book, pretty good book. So that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. This is going to be the last vlog of YULE-O-WEEN. I have one more video for you tomorrow on day 13, the last day of YULE-O-WEEN. So stay tuned for that. But this is all we're going to have for the vlogs for YULE-O-WEEN. But don't worry, if you're waiting with bated breath, I will be doing regular vlogs on my channel and regular sit-down videos. So I used to only do 1 video a week, but I didn't like that I couldn't get out as much content as I wanted to. I had all these ideas and I'm like, if I do 1 video a week, I can only do 4, maybe 5 videos a month and not get out the content that I want for each month, especially like seasonal content. I love doing that. I also love like evergreen content too. So don't worry, 2 videos a week. Starting next week, this coming week. My next video after tomorrow will be Thursday the 1st, I think. So stay tuned for that. And I'm hoping for like a midweek upload and a Sunday upload as my regular schedule. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for the day. But I hope you have had a really good holiday and I hope you have enjoyed YULE-O-WEEN. We have 1 more day left. I'm really excited for day 13, so stay tuned tomorrow and I'll see you then. Bye!